courage shown by both of these fellows has been enormous. Oh. Absolutely enormous, and both of them got a big future in boxing in Australia. No doubt about that. And who knows where they could go on from here. Pearce has already fought overseas at least once in the Philippines and did reasonably well. And Jeka is on the way up. If he wins an Australian title, of course, well, they'd be looking for a Commonwealth shot. The Pearce fans at ringside now are getting worked up, getting very worked up at ringside. Pearce dancing around. Beautiful footwork from Pearce. He still has the energy to do that, so keep the footwork going. And that, they're getting themselves locked into Body Punch City here at the moment as they keep hammering away.
He's a great mover, isn't he, Danny Pearce?
Oh, he's a beautiful mover. He, you know, the Aboriginal fighters that we've had along the way have been magnificent movers, and he's certainly one of them. He's got a bit of the, you know, Lionel Rose used to move a bit like that, you know. It's you can start to look at the comparisons.
And Danny Pearce supporters yelling at that. He said, "Danny, you've got to hit him to win." Well, I reckon that Danny might have had a fair idea that was the case.
That's right. There's always a bit like someone telling a driver how to drive. It's these boys know what they're doing.
It's always a lot easier from outside the square ring to call it as well.
No doubt about that. And those expert comments coming from Scott Brower at ringside, and if anyone would know, he would. Pearce with the right hand. Jeka tried to come through with the left, but missed. Pearce ducked under that punch and got out of trouble, and Johnny Wheeler split them up.
Great round. Like I'm.
It is a good rounds boxing.
So impressed.
Has tried to take the fight up a bit more to Jeka, tried to hammer away in the corner, trying to get a punishment session going. Working away at the midsection. Hit Pearce on the jaw twice, but they weren't hard punches. Hit him again on the jaw. Pearce has got enormous courage, and hang on to Jeka then. Well, why wouldn't he hang on to him? You need to hang on when you're in that position. Of course you would, and you can't blame him for doing that. As Pearce came back with a couple of great headshots there, the best I've seen so far from him. And Jeka was dragged down onto his knee as Pearce tries to hang on. And at the end of that round, I'd say that there's no doubt in my mind that was probably an excellent round's boxing. I thought it was pretty even.
Yeah, nothing in that round.
Nothing in it, and an even round given by all of us, I believe, being the 10th round.
As the courage of Danny Pearce. I mean, a couple of rounds ago, we said he was starting to tire. He came back and fought that round. The two of the guys, that was 3 minutes, both Jeka and Pearce, non-stop, 3 minutes.
Well, there's no doubt this man, Danny Boy Pearce, I'll tell you what, Keith Ellis and the boys, from a match-up point of view, they couldn't get a better match-up because this fellow's got courage personified. There is no doubt he can take punches on the chin. There's no doubt about that. He copped 3 or 4 in that round and won the round before that. And he's got resilience. He's got no glass jaw. This boy could go places in boxing, Scotty.
Oh, look, yeah, both of these guys are really headed for huge things. I mean, it's really a shame.
Pronouncing himself just about home and hosed. He's feeling very confident with himself, Lim Jeka. And one thing about the Keith Ellis boys is they never lack confidence in themselves. They're absolutely schooled and utilised in the field of having confidence. Don't worry about that.
I think it's Keith that motivates them, I think.
Oh, does he ever?
Well, you got to fire them up. I mean, it's a hard. You know, they've done 10 hard rounds, and now you got to keep the motivation going.
Yes, no doubt about that. Well, I don't think this will be all that difficult for them here because these two boys are very competitive with each other. And certainly doing a great job here at this light middleweight championship of Australia. What a great fight it's been. Pearce slips, and the referee just touched their gloves, allow them to come in.
And it's like any sport. I mean, your concentration can wane, and you've got to try and keep, from a corner's point of view, they've got to try and keep you focused and make sure that your mind doesn't drift at all, because it's too dangerous if your mind drifts in there.
If you get into a fog, it'll be the last fog you could ever be in, because
exactly.
Now that A-bomb is not far away. These boys have got the artillery to throw it.
It's been fought at a terrific pace right from the word go.
Well, we've fought this fight like bantamweights, Hank, and it's been a non-stop action. I think there's only been 2 rounds where they may have slowed the pace. Both of them deserve the accolades of the crowd at the end of this fight. They've been phenomenal. It's a great fight for Australian boxing, and these 2 boys are on the way up in boxing, no doubt about that. Jeka stalking again in the middle, trying to find, they did find Pearce with a left hand. Pearce, not to be denied, comes back.
Nice body shot from Pearce.
Yeah, beautiful body shot. And he won't lay down, Pearce. He comes in hard. But Jeka turned him around into the corner. Got him on the ropes. Pearce is going to stand there and slug it for some time. He's goading Jeka in. He wants to do something with him, but then moved out. Still moving well there, Danny Boy Pearce. Jeka goes back to ring centre. Jeka swiping left hand, missed, and Pearce managed to catch him with a point-scoring punch. Spun him around. Jeka spun around into the rope area near the ring commentary area.
It's a really interesting little tactical war going on in there now, where it's just move, counter move, and what's happening is that Pearce's counter moves aren't coming off, and when they do, Jeka's ready with a supplementary counter, so he's countering his counters.
Yep, that's an interesting point. That's a very interesting point. Jeka now showboating somewhat. Just now, he doesn't like the grappling, and they're in close. Jeka trying to punch his way out of it on the ropes. Gets Pearce in the corner. He's angry, Jeka, and
there goes
Bella's gone. Bella's gone in the 11th round. This is a great fight, this. Oh, it's a phenomenal fight. Jeka doing push-ups. I've never seen that happen in the history of boxing. A fighter, after 11 hard rounds, to do half a dozen push-ups in his corner when he's more entitled to sit down and have a rest. I mean,
he is so fit, but the unfortunate thing there was that Pearce wasn't watching. The whole reason for doing it was to get a psychological edge, and Pearce just sat down and looked at his trainer.
Pearce was too busy having his trainer use and put the medical products onto the eye region. That eye has proved to be all right. It's stayed together, and Pearce's trainer is talking to him non-stop, trying to rev him up, but they won't have to rev him up too much, but trying to give him the right instructions for this last round.
This will be a good round.
Oh, this will be
Jeka
phenomenal.
just soaked up the atmosphere, just took it all in. He's gaining strength from this.
Oh, this will be phenomenal stuff. As
This
they
is
come in
gonna
for the
be
last
awesome.
round here, it's going to be awesome. No doubt about that. As Jeka comes firing away, Pearce is there for him. Jeka through a left, another left, and not much damage done at all there. Pearce is waiting. Pearce still moving beautifully on those legs. He's a great mover, this boy.
He moves a bit like a panther, doesn't he? He's there, he's pouncing, he's just sensational.
Oh, a right hand from Pearce found its mark. A slapping type punch with no power, though.
If you threw Pearce off your roof, he'd land on his feet, wouldn't he? Like a cat.
He would. He's phenomenal lateral movement, Pearce, and as we can see, can spin out of trouble or whatever. He just needs to hit harder. He's got to get in closer and he's got to take it up. But when he does, Jeka's waiting for him with some big, big punches. As Johnny Wheeler breaks them up near the ropes.
Having a good look at Pearce's eye there.
Yeah,
I won't stop it now. It is running.
The eyes opened up.
Pearce isn't complaining about it. He's able to see. He can see Jeka. Oh, was that a slip?
Yeah, it was a slip.
A definite slip. And Jeka not perturbed by that, smile on his face, saying nothing wrong with me. And first time we've seen probably a true slip. Well, we had one other slip earlier on, but the canvas in the ring has been excellent, really. It's held up well.